Hey guys, so I just want to check in and see how everybody's doing. This is a good mental health check from me. In quarantine, and just how people are coping with everything that's going on. I just want to let you guys know how I'm doing, because I'm not doing perfect all the time. I do struggle, but for the most part, I found ways to really keep myself busy and to keep myself super, I guess, entertained, and just be able to get through this time without being super bored. And I know that's not always easy, especially for someone like me who deals with mental health issues. I find it's really hard to find things to do during this time. I find myself getting bad anxiety. I find myself just wanting to sleep. I find myself getting lazy, and I just really found something that I love to do, and it's helped me so much, and I just want to talk about that. So yeah, I found that I was getting so bored, and once I was getting bored, I was getting depressed, lying in bed, getting sad. Nothing good was coming out of it, just being bored. Watching the news every morning was really not great for me either. Like, I don't need to be listening to all of the bad things that are going on with Corona. That's not me being like ununderstanding and not realizing what's all going on. It's just also, it's always, there's so much negative, and I don't think I needed all that negative to be within my head all the time, because I started getting anxiety attacks, and I didn't even realize I was having anxiety attacks. Actually, I honestly thought I was allergic to something, and it happened 3 nights in a row, and I stayed up all night because I thought I was choking and I didn't want to fall asleep, which was just more anxiety. And then I wasn't sleeping, so I was super tired. So I went to the doctor, and he's like, yeah, you're just having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. Don't even worry about it. He gave me just some medication to help it, and like, it has helped so much just to calm me down. So I'm sure for many of you guys, this whole quarantine and isolation is really getting to you. It's been really long time now. Things where I live are going to start to open up tomorrow. That doesn't mean a lot of things are going to be open. There's going to be a lot of restrictions, so I'm still very confused and anxious about what that all means, but it's going to be a bit different than what we've been dealing with for the last 2.5 months of just, we can't really be doing anything. If you're struggling, you're not alone in it. I have struggled so much through this quarantine time. Depression at the beginning was really bad. At first, I was excited, but I was still uneasy, and then I just went from being excited to over this, okay? So it was like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this. This is dumb. Can we move on? Can we open things back up? You didn't think it was going to be as long as it was. And then it turned out to be a month, and then another month. And now we're in like 2.5 months, I think. I might be 1.5 months by this time. It just feels like it's been a really long time. Maggie just wants to play. It just feels like it's just been a really long time that we've been in quarantine, and just a really long time that I haven't seen friends and haven't seen family and haven't really been able to do much, and I completely understand. One way that has really helped me get through this is I've started to cook a lot more. Stefan also has started to cook a lot more. Not that we were going out all the time, but I was cooking the same thing. I was cooking spaghetti, rice dishes, and potatoes and meat just all the time. Those were the only meals that we were pretty much always having. Stefan was such a good sport about it, but now, because I have so much time on my hands, I have been cooking like, what have I been cooking? I made homemade lasagna the other day. I've made different things with like rice other than just rice dishes. We've made steaks, we've made ribs, we've made roasts. We've gone with different, like, we've tried to make the KFC recipe. We've tried to make a variety of different kinds of suppers, curries and stuff, because we have the time, and we can't just be eating the same things in quarantine. It gets very boring. I love my pizza, so we've also been having pizza, French fries. I bought chicken wings because I love some chicken wings, so I look forward to eating that stuff. We bought these, like, they were like pastries, and they were a bit spicy. I completely forget what they're called. They're definitely from Haiti, and like Jamaica and the Dominican Republic and all that. They're very popular there. If you know what they're called, just comment them down below. Ever since I've gone to the doctor, Stefan and me have been going out, and we started woodworking. And woodworking is something I'm so excited about. I didn't realize how much I liked it. To me, I was always like, oh no, that's too hard. I can't do that. I'm not gonna try that. So we got a sander, we got a planer, and we got some wood. You'll see in one of our last videos, 2 videos ago, I think it was, like, we went out to the forest or something, and I think it's called the do-it-yourself woodworking video. in quarantine. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on that, but yeah, you'll see it on our channel. We went out to a cup block and we got a bunch of pieces of wood, I guess, little circles, I don't really, cookies, little cookies, and then just other pieces of wood. And we came home and we bought some stain and I started staining, I sanded, stained, and just like really shaped them, and I love it. I realized that that's a passion that I quite honestly enjoy. I love woodworking so much to the point where I feel so much more at peace, and I feel so much more okay to be in quarantine now that I can be making all these different suppers and I could go downstairs to the garage and do some woodworking. I'm actually working on a huge project that I actually started before quarantine. Even when I didn't know I was good at woodworking, I started with a friend, and I'm super excited to show you guys. I am so excited to show you guys, but I can't tell you guys yet because I want it to be done, and then I'll show you guys the final results. But yes, it has to do with woodworking, and I can't wait. Pretty much those are just the two things that have been keeping me busy during quarantine and have really helped me to suppress my mind and not always be focusing on all the negative that Corona has brought into so many lives. And it's so hard for me because so many people are really struggling with the effects of Corona, and as I am too, it hasn't directly affected me as much as it has for other people, and my heart goes out to everybody who have been directly and indirectly affected by Corona and are really struggling just mentally, physically, financially. My thoughts are with you guys, and I want you guys to stay strong, because that's all we can do at this point, is just stay strong. This is gonna be over before we know it, and it's gonna be a bump in the road. We have such a big road ahead for the whole world and for everybody. We have a future that we probably never expected. For me at 22, this is so surreal because I never expected to go through something like this, and now I am, and I'm not doing it alone. Like, there's everybody who's alive right now is somebody that you can relate to. It's going to be so relatable to this generation and the generation before us, and like the generation after us, and like this is things we're going to talk to our kids, our grandkids about. Stay strong. Find something you love to do and just do it when you feel like you're going down a bad road. That's what I really found with woodworking. If I'm getting too bored or too depressed, I just go downstairs to my garage and I just start playing with wood. Or if I'm not in the mood to woodwork, I just go into the kitchen and I just make food, because I find it's so important to keep yourself busy at a time like this, especially when you don't really have much people around you. I also take Maggie for walks. Me and Maggie hang out in the backyard. Stefan, Maggie and I, like, we go on walks. We all hang out in the backyard a lot. We've been having lots of fires. We bought a gas fire pit, and then we just got told that we can actually use our fire pit in our backyard, so we are so psyched. And for those of you guys who are new here and don't know, Savannah and I recently moved into a new house, so we have projects and projects and projects and projects to do. So those are just some of the things that are keeping us super busy. Me especially. Stefan is working, so it's a bit different for him, but he's also finding ways to keep himself busy, because I'm sure in his own little way he struggles. He loves his family. We both love our families, and like, we haven't been able to see them in so long. Just one more thing, I want everybody to know that, again, you are not alone during this time. You are not struggling alone. You are not the only one who's not doing great. And there are ways to cope, and there are people who are out there who want to support you even during this isolation time. Just know that you are so loved and you are so special, and that it is going to get better. And there are so many things to do during this time. You have so much time now that you couldn't do if maybe we weren't dealing with isolation, and to just really capitalize on those opportunities, because once everything goes back to normal, life it might actually be even more hectic than it was before Corona happened. So yeah, just really take in this moment and try to find the good in it, even though there's so much bad, and just, yeah, really enjoy your time. And reach out to the people you love and let them know that you miss them, and let them know that you can't wait to see them, and just keep being you and keep being strong, and don't give up. Thanks for listening to my rant, guys. Bye.